fell in love with you. Guys, I guess just don't follow the fucking sky, you know?
Oops.
Fell in love with you. Guys, I guess just don't follow the fucking sky, you know?
Let's keep rolling, keep going. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Did I do that? I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. We running back to me. Streamaversary. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What up, Stream? How you doing on this fine Wednesday? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. What up, 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 Stram? Shit, I'm hungry as hell, chat. This was not calculated. I was looking back at this white thing over here, chat. What's good, Evan? Welcome into the stream. How does it does it? How does it does it? I'm hungry as hell, chat. Ooh. Ooh, mistakes were made. I should have ordered food earlier. Welcome into the stream, chat. Welcome, 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 welcome on. Welcome on. How you doing on this fine Wednesday? Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Where is it? Sajam. Sajam? Sajam. Sajam. Chat. Today, we're going to have a talk we're gonna have a talk about neutral in fighting games. Okay, we're gonna have a long talk about We're gonna have a talk about neutral in fighting games. We're gonna be reacting to the famous Sajam. We're gonna be talking about my ideas and things about neutral in fighting games. I'm gonna help you guys understand what it is, where I stand on it, how I used to absolutely love it, and why I think it's over glorified now. I think it's something that people make it like it's exemplified to be the best thing to ever exist next to cake and candy, when it is one of many things that happens in the overall premise of fighting games. Let me post. We gotta post though, chat. We gotta post. I'm posting on Facebook. Just keep rolling.
Let's keep zoning, let's keep floating, let's keep moaning. Girl, I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Heart was broken, I am frozen, now you're glowing. This is more than just.
We got a couple other things that we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff today, actually, chat. We're gonna be not only doing that talk at the start, we're also going to be playing some more Eastward. Couldn't find the words. We're going to be playing more Eastward as we play maybe after or probably before. We're going to play some Darkest Dungeon 2. There's DLC in Darkest Dungeon 2. I want to play some Darkest Dungeon. I gotta play Darkest Dungeon on the anniversary of the stream, chat. We can't not play Darkest Dungeon during the Streamaversary. And then I want to play Slay Spire. I actually want to play Slay Spire on stream. This mod pack that I got for Slay Spire is actually hella fun. It's hella fun. I can't believe that I waited so long for Slay Spire. It's not something that I cared about so much before, back when it was first a thing. And now that I've gotten this mod pack and I'm able to play with a friend, I'm able to go through Slay Spire and multiplayer, is actually pretty fun. And so I kind of want to learn Slay Spire and get good enough to beat Slay Spire like that, like where I know the cards, I know the runs, I know what some of the best choices are. Like I really want to get pretty good at Slay Spire, so we're gonna try that. I was thinking about playing Black Reliquary, which is like a mod of Darkest Dungeon 2, or no, Darkest Dungeon 1, excuse me. It's a mod to Darkest Dungeon 1, but I'll get to that eventually. That one's deep. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much, Evan. Thank you. I appreciate you being here for it. That's the thing that's justice. So I got food on the way. I need to get some water. We posted, oh wait, I posted the link. Guy, but yes, those things are gonna happen. I don't think there's only so much we can do in a couple hours. We're probably gonna play some Shadowverse with Brian again, but this time we actually have decks, and the format's more defined because it's been a day. Probably people know what's going on, so we'll actually just play. We played at the end there, but we'll actually just be playing cards this time versus talking about cards, and that'll be much closer to the end of stream though, like maybe around like 11 or 12 or something like that. Outside of that, man, it's a packed day today. So let me grab some water. It's water time. I got the water bottle. Time to put water in. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
So valuable. I've been searching high and low, and I can tell you one thing: beautiful big titty butt naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know.
Chat, it's cold. It's been goddamn cold all week. Today I was like about to pass the hell out at work. I was like, damn, I ain't been this tired in a long time. Probably because I just ate too much at lunch, but man, I don't ever usually do that. Took this nap today. Boy, I ain't feel like getting up, Chad. I'm gonna be honest with you. But we're up. We're here. Okay. I don't ever do anything with this Yoshi trap. I've had this Yoshi for so long. I just said fucking and bust them out the pack because I was keeping all my amiibos in the box, but now they're hidden and I can't even see a lot because they can't all fit on the shelf behind me. Oh, chat. You know what I haven't done? I haven't looked at keyboard stuff in a long time, chat. Look, let's look. I want to get a goddamn new keyboard. Y'all already know I got the Justice keyboard. I think it's still my like banner, my YouTube banner, huh? A lot of stuff is probably about to get updated on my YouTube pretty soon, chat. Just Notion playing cards. That's crazy. I don't want anything wild. I still kind of want the same. Whoa, a Jujutsu Kaisen mouse pad. Y'all know I love Jujutsu Kaisen. Are those keycaps? Yuji keycaps? No, that's a whole entire Yuji keyboard. I know it ain't over in the morning. You'll be running back to me. It says unavailable. Oh, I see. It's 180 for. Huh. Let's change the song for you guys as well. Hold on 1 second, chat. What's good, Jeff? Welcome into the stream. How does it does it? How does it does it? Any plans for New Year's Eve? So New Year's, honestly, I'ma just be up. I'ma toast and take my ass to slap. How about yourself, Jeff? You going out to any parties, dog? You flying out to New York? In New York? You flying out to the big ball drop? Last year, I didn't even watch the ball drop. Did you guys watch the ball drop last year? Jujutsu Kaisen keycaps. Here we go. They actually don't look that tight. I was hoping for more color in them, like different spacebar colors. Let's look at some of the keycaps that they got going now. Now, these keycaps are really looking lit. What's good, Crow? Welcome into the stream. How does it does it? How does it does it? Oh, this looks tight. Look at that. Look at that space bar. That space bar is lit. We're doomed. It looks nice on black. Oh, so this is what it looked like on white. If it stop being an ass. Oh, it clicked over to it. This is what it would look like to me. Besides the F1 keys, I don't have F1 keys. I'm just 60%. Why is it freaking out? But yeah, I'm only whatchamacallit, a 60%er, so I don't have F1 keys, so I wouldn't have that top row up there. But it's that space bar for me that looks really nice. I like that space bar. This one. That thing is nice. This is cherry die sub keycaps, not GMK. GMK. Oh, look at this one, chat. Hey, yo. This one is tight. Wait, how you get that space bar? That space bar is not in this picture, chat. Y'all see that? Oh, it's down here. Included accents. Dude, that's so good. Looks like a galaxy. Yeah, we're going to be building a new keyboard pretty soon, chat. Keyboard has to be built pretty soon, chat. I need to build one for Brian anyway, so. Only problem with building one for Brian is that I want like super special keycaps for Brian, so I can have something like maybe is that the actual keyboard? I could do a. What color switches do I have in my keyboard? Yellow. Oh, I don't have the bag behind me no more. But yeah, I have yellow switches. I don't do anything. It's because I didn't want to do anything crazy to my switches. But the switches that I would get are probably like if I got switches that I actually wanted to do something with. They got a lot of new fucking switches now, by the way. A lot of new switches. Like I've never heard of baby kangaroo switches. Like what the hell? Baby kangaroo? I was looking at some of them. Tifu silk switches. Like they got a lot of fucking switches now. But they're out of a lot of them. What the hell? Damn. Or NK is. So there's like keyboard fans. Keyboard fans. I think it's keyboard fans. Yeah, KBD fans. Switches. That's what I came here for. Don't get distracted, John, right? Jesus, look at all these switches now. Jesus Christ. It's become way more than a hobby. But yeah, I have the yellow switches right here. I think it's this one specifically. Just can't get enough. Come on now. Can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Come on now. But I think about either brown or there's another color. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Prancing to the top. Don't you ever. There's another color out, or maybe it doesn't exist anymore. It's like a jade. It's like a jade color switch. There's so many different switches now. Jesus Christ. Once you go orange, you won't go back. You like orange switches? Or is it just that you like the color orange? Because orange switches might actually, so the switches of a keyboard, if you don't know, you probably know, but they function a bit differently. They don't like, it's not super craziness much of difference. You can kind of make them all similar by lubing them. However, they press different. Like, so blue are clicky. And so if you want to annoy somebody with like click, get blue switches in your mechanical keyboard, you will annoy the shit out of them. But the sound of switches matters. Like yellows don't sound that. That's why you guys don't hear my keyboard much when I'm typing, or it doesn't sound annoying. They have like a thonk sound to it. Like let me see. What's his name? Teja types. Teja types. Yeah, this guy, Teja types. What's he been doing lately? This is an amazing content creator, guys, by the way. If you are interested in mechanical keyboards and making your own keyboards, I literally learned all this stuff by looking up stuff from Teja types and a couple other keyboard creators. Just gonna get it now. Got too much, baby. Line friends TLK. Like, this is what a keyboard should sound like. Mine doesn't. I haven't lubed mine in a second, but this is what it should sound like. That's a lubed keyboard right there, boys. Yes, sir. You hit a... Oh, it sounds so good, chat. That is what I love to hear. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what this one sounds like. Oh, the thonk sounds so much better here. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we missed right there, chat. So we'll be getting into that. We'll be getting into more of that. We'll definitely be building a keyboard for Brian. We'll get the stuff together and we'll build it for Brian and give it to him. He'll use it. He'll love it. He asked me for one like a while back, and I told him I have the pieces for one, but I want to make it more than the Elex P versus putting together one that I just have behind me. But yeah, we'll probably start off with a basic board, like nothing fancy, because something that he'll be able to keep up with that I won't have to only look at and operate. Something he'll be able to clean, or that'll be easy to clean too. I think this is just only 2 colors, the Awaken edition. But I'll probably get him either... I need to inquire with him if he wants like a 8. No, he said specifically the same size as mine, the 60%. So I'll get him the 65%, just like mine. 65%, I meant to say, not 60%. Why is this one 240? Anyway, yeah, we'll probably do this one. Do him on black. Oh, it's sold out. That's a nice blue. But yeah, we'll get him something. We'll figure it out. Get him a nice little base. NK65. 87. 65 is the way, chat. 65 is the way. Okay, let me stop looking at keyboards before I start pressing the buy button on stuff, chat. Okay, chat, where we're going to start off today is we're going to be starting off talking about skipping neutral, or neutral in general. Let me see something. I think my food's almost here. So what we're going to be talking about today, chat, we're going to be talking about neutral. And I'm going to tell you guys, again, kind of what I said back in Rivals. My thoughts on neutral. And Oh yeah, let me open the door for my courier. I'll be right back, guys. This is what we're talking. Neutral. Voyage. Okay. All right, chat. Everybody grab a drink, grab a snack. It is time. Let's listen to the boy Sajam. Sajam is one of the most awesome fighting game creators, content creators that I know of. He is absolutely cool. Really awesome guy. And he's very knowledgeable on fighting games. One of the best commentators out there. So we're going to listen to him talk about neutral and things like that. And I'm going to talk about my thoughts on, well, first let me start it off with a base of my thoughts on neutral, I guess we could say. So neutral in a fighting game, I think of fighting game matchups and things like that in a lot of different ways from other people in general, and even card games, right? You can apply this to any type of competitive format that you're trying to go into. I literally think of it in the format of where they think of a matchup of fighting a certain character is a 50-50, or fighting a certain character is a 60-40 in one character's favor, 60% in one character's favor, 40% in the other character's favor. But it's more fluid than that. It's way more fluid than that. And so there are times of where you will be fighting a character and that character will be, or that situation of that fighting that character will start as a 50-50, but that character gets into a position and it'll be a 60-40 because they're into a certain position, or 70-30 even because they've gotten into a certain position. So matchups are more fluid than it really shows out. So this is going to be an introduction to us talking about neutral. I'm also going to bring on my friend Lox and talk with him another day to talk about neutral as well. So we'll have another person with thoughts on neutral and stuff like that. I've never talked to him about neutral before, really. So it'll be interesting to get his thought process on it. He's a very good Smash player And so his thoughts on neutral would be a nice little another perspective to think of when we talk about it. We're setting that up. It'll happen. Don't worry. I'll be streaming when it happens too. So let's start off with SageM's thoughts.
Neutral skips. This is a relatively new term, actually. That I don't think people really used the phrase neutral skip before, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Pop open ye olden glossary and take a look. Skipping neutral. The ability for a character to go from a long range away to extremely close very quickly. Typically, you'll use a move that is pretty fast and probably also safe on block to do this. You know the zone where you're standing on screen like and you're jockeying back and forth? It just immediately moves you from here to here. Slide you, skip you, tackle you, dash, teleport, whatever, into their face, and you're like, what's up? How goes it? But yeah, I mean, you guys are listing lots of examples in the chat room, stuff like Kai Stun Dipper RC, Yun EX Lunge Punch.
That box back there, right there under his, that right there seems like the Jordan Lost and Founds. Jordan 1 Lost and Found box. Yeah, that's a Jordan 1 Lost and Found box, chat. That man SageM got a pair of Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. Look at him. Those things go for money, chat. Look at this. Or they're not super expensive, but they cost a little penny. You know what I'm saying? They're about as much as Travis Scott's, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, they've gone down a lot. Whoa. These used to be like $500, chat. Oh, wait. He definitely wears around our size. Yeah, they're about like, they're still gone down. They used to be like $500, $600. Whatever. Nonetheless, he got some Lost and Founds.
Tweet that started a lot of
frustration,
I think, was pointing out Dash Light in Grand Blue.
My boy SageM styling.
Also pointing out Drive Rush and Street Fighter and just being like, what's going on with these games? Just making neutral skips system mechanics. How could they, you know? Modern fighting.
And so fighting game players are actually upset nowadays because they think neutral is the way fighting games should be played. Some of the most iconic things in fighting games in general, like Evo Moment. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Justin Wong versus Daigo SF3 Evo. I don't want to see the moment, right? I just want to see the Evo. This is the moment. Like, can we see the match? So back in the day, look, this is what we had to do. When I discovered fighting games, chat, I discovered fighting games and like competitive games off of stuff like this. These were the videos that were posted to YouTube back in the, you know, back when I was in high school in 2000 or so. And I was watching YouTube videos of people playing competitive fighting games, competitive Smash Brothers. It was them, somebody recording from a camcorder, and then they uploaded to YouTube a day or so later back once they left the event. So none of this stuff was live. And I saw this in 2004. I was like, oh, this is good. And this is what people call neutral, okay? This right here, this is neutral. Both of these characters are swindling back and forth, looking for the hit. Neither one's at a certain advantage, you know what I'm saying? Neutral. He whiff punished right there. Let's watch this match, though. Let's watch this match really quick. Ooh, the throw. This is no longer neutral, chat. Now, Daigo does get the hit here, but he is at disadvantage. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Oh. Daigo's Ken, by the way, and Justin Wong is Chun-Li. These are two of the greatest fighting game players of all time. Okay. Let's go. That move is so good, chat. She does it. Get her ass. Let's go. Come on, Daigo. I didn't remember Daigo taunted in this match. Yo! Listen at the crowd, chat. I know it's really loud. Hold on. Let me quiet everything else down because it doesn't need to be as loud as me, shall I? Okay. Watch. Ooh. 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 Okay. That was a sick DP, chat. Wait, is this the match, man? This ain't Daigo, chat. This is the man himself. They're tripping. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is a match, chat. This is from 17 years ago. Let's check this one out.
Justin Wong versus Daigo. Let's hope Daigo can end this one faster. Daigo, Justin. Yeah.
This looks even worse, chat. This actually has to be it, okay? 240p, chat. Let's watch. Yes, sir. Yeah, that other one was the match, chat. It was the match, chat. It was, but we're biased. We want to see it in its authentic, what people would have recorded it right now, 240p. I just didn't remember Daigo taunting. That's crazy, dog. Daigo was hamming. Let's go. I just didn't remember that. Oh, he did. He taunted. Ooh, that parry's good. Get thrown. Okay, good throw tech, Justin. Good throw tech, Justin. Ooh, get DP, chat. Get deep. He's teabagging. This doesn't seem like Daigo, chat. Okay. Got his ass. Chun-Li set up. Oh, he jumped out. He didn't care. Daigo didn't care. Come on, he's stripping. He's stripping, chat. This is young Daigo, man. This is young Daigo. He didn't care, chat. He didn't care, chat. Ooh. Okay. Don't get hit again, Justin. Oh, I mean, not Daigo. Don't get hit. Yeah, come on. You wildin', Daigo. You wildin' on the sticks, Daigo. You know, this is not even grand finals, chat. They're playing footsies here. This is neutral. This is neutral. No longer neutral, chat. No longer neutral, chat. All Justin. Out again. Out again, chat. Back to neutral. That man Daigo's patient. This man Justin said, I'm getting hit to super. That super from Chun-Li is broke. Ooh, EX Hadouken. Okay. Back to neutral. Okay. Justin said, I'm willing to stand too. Yo, Daigo's kind of funny here. I didn't know he was this funny in Third Strike. I've seen this match multiple times, but I don't really watch Third Strike like that. This is not my fighting game, chat. This is not my fighting game. Ooh. Okay. Hadouken. Good parry. This is it. This is it, chat. Ooh. That's Evo moment 37 right there, chat. One of the most memorable fighting game moments of all time, chat. That man parried the whole super. Back then, that was insane, chat. That shit was insane. Honestly, I don't even think Daigo won that. I don't think Daigo won that at all.
Games is the death of footsies and neutral. People say
but neutral skipping tools exist in fighting games now, to where people can like do things, or they exist more in fighting games, people say, but they actually always existed, chat. They always existed. Like that super was a neutral skip. He said, fuck playing neutral, I'm coming in, and Daigo counteracted the neutral by parrying.
Right. And why
so let's listen
say that about every fighting game is, for some reason, if your two characters are not just like shimmying across the screen at this range, people get so mad. Yes. They just assume it's like not a real fight. fighting game or something. I just don't get it. There's lots of really strong.
And it's crazy too. They get mad at it and they don't even play the fighting game like that. Most of the time they try to skip neutral. They don't actually enjoy playing neutral in most cases when it comes to a regular fighting game player. But they get mad when you don't play neutral.
Options and ways to play, and forcing things with stuff like neutral skips is a really strong, effective way to play. They're part of the fighting game. In fact, they're one of the many options you can do in neutral, and being good with neutral skips makes your neutral good. Neutral skips are an important part about your own neutral and figuring out how to approach and get in. And if you're a character like Cammy or something, or Yun, and you're fighting JP, Chun-Li, or some character that's trying to zone you, I would hope you would use your neutral skips. Part of neutral
You need to.
is stuffing or intercepting or not dying to the neutral skip. And it's been like that in fighting games since the dawn of time. Thankfully, Lord Knight just like immediately drops a quote retweet almost 2 minutes long of just full of neutral skips.
Oh, really? Lord Knight's a guy. Yo, Lord Knight's one of the best fighting game players ever, too.
Oldest neutral skip of all time.
Oh my gosh, Street Fighter 2. This Vega
He's
shit.
smelling the game
where
from
he
right
just-
here.
Yeah.
Like literal full screen neutral skip. Classic. This guy just goes fucking. Just, that's it. It's over.
His third strike, Yun, Kaneji. He just punched, dude.
This match, dude. This match is so controversial. These two characters have to be playing the silliest looking neutral of all time.
Dude,
And people
El
either loved or
Fuerte,
hated
I hated
this
that
match.
character. Seth, I
Like
hated that
this is a
character.
great example. Like these characters are not playing
The little
slow walking back
run.
and forth. It's walking back and forth neutral, right? That's just not how this is. Yeah, look at this. I mean, there's not a lot of neutral being skipped here. Like this is the death of footsies right here, right? Is this footsies?
Dude.
Is this neutral? Is this footsies right here? The worst part is that when Morgan's in Astral, she can approach so fast. Also, Chris G is kind of bad at doing
he's kinda ass
compared
here.
to some of like the later clips, honestly. His zoning patterns are way better later on, I think.
Yeah, it's
He
LB.
still died. He gets way better at it. Chris G
G.
gets so good at it that's like unhinged.
Yeah,
Look at this
he's actually broken.
teleport. It's like Phoenix. It's like Dark Phoenix. Like you just whoop, teleport overhead, delayed low, teleport,
Yeah.
get the knockdown.
Look, neutral
fireball,
skipping is something
teleport.
that is a thing. And in general, I don't like neutral in games anymore. Like before, I used to love it. I used to enjoy the methodical back and forth shimmying. But as it became over glorified and people just expected it more and more, and they just get pissed whenever it's like over with. It's like you guys are just using this as another excuse to be upset for losing. So now I just don't like neutral. I just want to find every way to say, fuck neutral. I'm fighting you and I'm throwing hands. We throwing hands. That's what's happening. We throwing hands and it's my turn. I want to throw hands. You guys saw the way I was playing Grand Blue yesterday, even though I don't have the ability to express myself as much on Grand Blue because I don't play the game. And it also is a lot more stiff and rigid. But I was just like, this guy didn't think I was going to run in. This person didn't think I was going to come in. Like, I'm literally coming forward. Like, bump this, dude.
Playing some Nooch and Dragon Ball. Playing some Nooch.
Nooch and Dragon Ball is
Boom.
terrible, dude. I hate it.
Nothing personal, kid.
But people don't expect it as much
The
in-
problem people have with neutral skips tends not to be in games like this. It tends to be in slower games. Games like Street Fighter. Street Fighter is the one
Yeah,
where
they
people-
don't really
But
expect
neutral
it.
skips are really common. They're really strong. And
They're
lots of
okay with
different
it
fighting
more
games.
so in
They're a
Dragon
valid
Ball.
Option. This is the problem, I think, with the term neutral skip. Is there's a negative connotation.
Yes,
It's
it
like,
is.
"Ooh, you're skipping you're bypassing walking. They want you to stay over there where you are and not win. Like they pick a character who has better normals than you, better
Yep.
zoning than you,
Yep.
better options in the mid screen than you, better neutral than you. And then when you have the gall to be like, fuck it, I'm going to teleport in, they're going to be like, you would skip the neutral that I'm incredibly favored in. You would do such a thing. You would download a car. Like it's like that vibe.
Yes.
How come when characters are designed to have strong neutral and win neutral, they can do that? But the minute you want to skip the neutral, it's like, oh my god, why are they making fighting?
Why,
games
how
this way?
dare
But
you?
honestly, you have to detach your brain from this and understand that neutral is lots of things. It's lots of parts of the fighting game. Neutral is just any time you and your opponent aren't tangoing up close, basically, right? Which means neutral skips, it's zoning, it's mid-range stuff, it's fast advancing moves that get you near people. It's like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's because there's a shift towards instantly making your opponent guess before anything skillful is involved. It's a
What? He has to be that from that cadence. He's reading a comment, and this comment sounds dumb. It sounds dumb. Yeah, neutral is essentially that moment of where both characters have the ability to better descriptors at the start of the game, where both characters have a chance. Right? That's neutral. He ended neutral because he got the hit with the crouch and medium kick. But both of them had the ability to hit with both of their crouch and medium kicks. That's neutral. And even here, after we see this little exchange, he jumps out of the corner. Here, they're technically back to neutral as neutral can be. Justin's losing the neutral because he's dashing, and now he's in the corner. Not neutral anymore. Not neutral anymore in the corner. And here, neutral. This is neutral. Both of them have equal amount of chance to hit each other. Even though he has a fireball, Justin could jump the fireball from here. Even though Chun-Li also has a fireball, he could jump the fireball from here. He could hit crouch and medium kick. But if his crouch and medium kick whiffs, Justin can hit his crouch and medium kick and hit him. Justin can hit my crouch and medium kick. But if his crouch and medium kick whiffs, he could hit crouch and medium kick and hit from here. You notice Justin is abusing the fact that in third strike, you gain meter by pressing buttons. That's why you see them doing that a lot. And so that's another thing too here. You see neutral was happening. He's like, you know what? I'm going to just walk up and overhead. And he whiffs the overhead. And then gets punished for it. And now he loses neutral. And now it's Justin's advantage. So people treat neutral like it's something that is just has to be respected, and that's the only way to play the fighting game. You get the hit, go back to neutral. You get the hit, go back to neutral. Like, no.
It's a valid concern. I want you to know that when you say it's a shift, we're watching like a 30-year-old clip. This is not a paradigm shift. In fact, it's the opposite. It's this is just
so
how
what
games.
What did this person say one more time?
I want you to know that their mid-range stuff, it's fast advancing moves that get you near people. It's like a lot of stuff.
Let's hear this person.
Because there's a shift towards instantly making your opponent guess before anything skillful is involved. It's a valid concern. I want you to know that when you say it's a shift, we're watching like a 30-year-old clip. This is not a paradigm shift. In fact, it's the opposite. This is just how games have always been. This is how fighting games have always been. If you want to say that it's a system mechanic thing, like people have said that about third strike parry, people say that about Street Fighter 4 focus attack. Like there's so many examples of things that people complain are system mechanics that allow you to do what you're describing. Without neutral, we're just playing RPS. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, I would love to. Do you think neutral between your opponent and yourself is not you making guesses and playing rock, paper, scissors? When you walk forward and then walk backwards and try to bait your opponent to hit a button, and then they hit a button and then you whiff punish it, was that not you playing rock to their scissors? When you walk in and walk back and then jump to beat a fireball and your opponent doesn't fireball and then they anti-air your jump in,
yes,
is that not them playing scissors to your paper? Like part of neutral is making guesses about the things your opponent's going to do. Like it's about understanding whether your opponent's going to try to approach, whether your opponent's waiting for you to swing, whether your opponent is looking to approach in the air, approach on the ground, whether they're doing nothing, whether they're walking, blocking, whether you should be approaching. The bad thing that you don't like, that you think is forcing some kind of decision making, you're already making that decision making in neutral anyway. You just like it more. So it doesn't seem like it's as big of a problem. That's okay. But these are just decisions you're making in neutral as well. And like the RPS is weighted, right? If you're near your opponent, there are options that are more prevalent than if you're far away from your opponent. There's like different things that you could expect. And
especially depending upon the character, right?
Yeah, that's how this all works. It's just very normal. That's all. The point I'm making is not every character should be Vega. The more you think about neutral skips as like some evil entity, the more you hurt your worldview about how fighting games are played. Truly, neutral skips are just moves you do in neutral. They're just moves. They're just stuff that you can do in the game that are pretty useful and strong. And understanding,
like Sonic had a big neutral skip inside of Smash, the spin dash. It was a huge neutral skip. You use it to skip neutral all the time. Like literally playing neutral is the last thing that I want to do, especially with someone who's like, it's mean to say, but of like not thinking about it, because neutral is a game that you guys agree upon. As you see that walking back and forth is something that you guys agree upon. You guys respect each other's space is essentially what's happening in this neutral situation. Here, this is a respect of space. This is a respect of space. That's a respect of space. That's what this is. But if you're like a lower skilled player, you're probably not going to respect the opponent's space. You don't even know how to keep the opponent to respect your own. You're just trying to press your buttons and have a good time, which there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make you a worse person. It's just when that happens, fuck neutral. Neutral is not something that you guys really are going to sign up for.
How to position yourself to deal with all of these strong options that people represent is so important. But also, why is it a problem if a system mechanic allows you to skip neutral? Is it a problem if a system mechanic helps you on defense? Or is it only when it skips neutral? I mean, a lot of modern games, that's true. They have extremely powerful cross-up protection and like unblockable protection. It's the same era where Street Fighter parry is like the best blocking you can do. It's so strong.
Yeah, parry in Street Fighter 6 is really strong.
Mega blocking. I gotta tell you, I have never played a game before when I try to mash on defense and it gives me a late throw tech. Like Granblue and Uni, they're coming out within a month of each other. Gotta be two of the most blocking games of all time. And even in Street Fighter, people say Drive Rush is a universal mechanic that skips neutral. How do you approach in a game like Street Fighter, right? What are your ways to get in against a defensive player? You have dashing, jumping, walking.
Yep.
And that's kind of it, right? Besides using special moves or neutral skips or whatever. And in a game like Street Fighter, if the approach tools are too weak, what ends up happening is that the right thing to do in neutral is nothing. The best thing to do is just sit there and wait and be like, you whiffed, bam, whiff punish, and just hit someone every time they try to get near you. It's the same reason why offense generally needs to be stronger than defense. It's why approach tools in fighting games need to be pretty strong. And it's why if you look at a game like Street Fighter 6, they did make those options strong, right? Drive Rush is clearly a very powerful approach option, particularly in a game like Street Fighter 6, where if you're stuck in neutral against a character and you can't get in, every time you block a projectile or normal, you could be losing drive gauge. Anytime you get whiff punish, you're getting punish countered, which means you're losing extra drive gauge and your opponent's getting a better combo. You know, truly the neutral can be very devastating if you're not able to get in against a character, right?
Defense inside of fighting games, inside of Smash and all of these games is very powerful at its basis. And the developers have to do something in order to make offense stronger, because in general, doing nothing is better. Doing nothing and waiting for and to punish your opponent is better than running in and doing something. It's always been like that in these type of games. It's very, very powerful in these platform fighters, and people don't think about it very much, like whiffing and moving out of the way of things. It's something that's just always been this very powerful beast to overcome. Someone that's good at offense should always be respected and always be looked at as like someone that's like, yo, this player is absolutely amazing. One of my favorite players in fighting games is Kazunoko. He plays extremely offensively, and this guy is so smart. He's such an amazing fighting game player, to where he plays every fighting game that you could think of, and at the end of the day, people don't refer to him as a Street Fighter player. He's really a Guilty Gear player. People see him as a Guilty Gear player because that's kind of where they see that he came from. But he has a Capcom Cup win in Street Fighter 4, in fact, one of the hardest Street Fighters to do that in. He has a bunch of, I think he's been at every Capcom Cup for Street Fighter 5. And then here in Street Fighter 6, I think he's qualified for Capcom Cup. And he's also has the Arc Revo. He's qualified for every Dragon Ball Fighters, I believe. So this guy is a very, very good fighting game player, but he's known as a Guilty Gear player. But he mainly plays Guilty Gear. And he's done well in Guilty Gear, obviously, as well. That's why I didn't even mention those. But he's absolutely amazing at other fighting games outside of that, just from playing offense. That's what he does. He runs offense.
And if the best answer in a fighting game is, well, I can't approach, I need to do nothing, the fighting game is probably not going to be very interesting, right? It's why offense also needs to be strong. If the best answer is, I'm on defense, I just hold this down back and every overhead's reactable, every throw is techable, no action can happen. We just walk back and forth and nothing happens the whole time, and it's a nothing game. You need offense to be good. Secondarily, I think like a lot of fighting games have put in strong defensive mechanics or made blocking good in their games. Parry is so ungodly. Like, it's the most powerful block. It's better than holding the block button in, like basically every other game. In the context of the rest of the game, having a strong defensive mechanic like that makes sense because the offensive mechanics are strong. The neutral options are strong. The neutral skips are strong. The zoning is strong. Like, there's all these good things that you can do in the game. And I think the game being tuned that way makes it a lot of fun. And it means that the power level of the game can be quite high. It's why when someone does stuff all of the neutral skips, they stuff your jump, they stuff your dash, they stuff your drive rush, they stuff your DI, they stuff that. When someone does all that, it's really impressive, not because it's easy to do, because everybody can stuff every approach because the approaches are weak. It's because the approaches are strong, and when players do react to everything, it's like, oh my gosh, they're so good.
Yeah,
and
how do you get in on this guy when you see somebody like legitimately checking the drive rush or checking the opponent dashing in? You're like, oh my god, this guy's so good.
That solid defensive wall play style. It's because they're really that impressive and they have a good read about their opponent, and not because the game is so slow that any approach is just easily stuffable. Fighting games are T-sided. Well, do you put it like that? I'll take it. Yeah, that'll work. DJ has Peeker's advantage. That's also true. I think most people probably agree that like a DJ drive rush is pretty ham. They can be too overtuned, but in general, they're fine. And you know, if they're too strong, like a DJ drive rush, they'll probably get changed. Yeah, also, some of the drive rushes in Street Fighter are not that strong, right? There are plenty of like Cammy or Manon. Like, not every character has access to that. I don't need Cammy to have DJ's drive rush. Like, fucking, I don't want to play the game if that's the case. You guys can play that. I'll go play fucking something else. I'm gonna go play TFT. Yeah, or Zangief with DJ's drive rush or something, right? Like, the horrors of the world are like why I go to video games. It's an escape, right? I don't need them to be there. In the same vein, people are like saying that most modern games have less emphasis on footsies and more universal neutral skip mechanics. Street Fighter V invented everything puts you back to neutral always. Things not giving you pressure and resetting back to neutral is a kind of like a modern idea. Do you have a plus on block cancel from a normal? Sure. Your buttons can be canceled into V-trigger for plus frames. Let's say you block the sweep into V-trigger and they get plus frames, and you hold down back for your life and they walk up and they hit light punch and light kick together, then you get ejected 800 feet from each other back to neutral. And you play more neutral. I was there. Now, people did not fucking like Street Fighter V. And like, people complained about the neutral skippy aspects of it, which existed especially more in the earlier parts of the game. But eventually it became like the game where everything just resets you back to neutral. That's like a recent modern game. Like in old games, every time you got hit, you got put into some nasty position. In modern games, they've definitely been like, you got hit, that's our bad. I know that the round has not been going well for you so far, and you've made a lot of mistakes, and you don't want consequences for your actions. So we're going to put you back to neutral, set you down right there, and just, it's like, you know, when you fall off the map in Mario Kart and they just put you back up like this, they're going to reset you on the track here, you're back in neutral. I hope that goes well.
Yeah, and they also pause every other racer. So like, you fall off the map, they pick you up, and they're like, here, you're back on the map. Every other racer, stop. They haven't started driving yet. And then you start driving, and then they can start driving and continue winning the race.
Wall breaking was literally them being like, you got hit and fucked up. We're so sorry. Not only can you escape the corner and not be here anymore, we'll put you back to neutral. How does that sound, buddy boy? You okay with that, champ? You're right, sport. We'll get you some ice cream after. And then they recognized that was not so good. And now they're like, you got wall broken. Now your opponent's building burst gauge, which they can use to extend their pressure with wild assault, which also steals your burst gauge, and it gives them a hard knockdown, and they can loop pressure with both roaming cancel and burst gauge back and forth and put you in infinite block stun. Crank your wrist the whole time, and then at the very end, they hit you with one thing and you're dead. They're like, we're so sorry that before we reset you back to neutral. Let's make it way more fucked up. If you can't open up your opponent, they get upset at defense. If they get opened up too easily, they get upset at offense. Like, it's all kinds of stuff. The reality is that these neutral skips, system mechanics or otherwise, have been strong in like every generation of game. They're not even man-made. They're like naturally occurring. You may be like, Sajam, you've talked about this 15 times. Why are you talking about this? The reason is somebody makes a tweet like this or says something, and then everybody on the platform is allowed to say whatever they want about this concept, this idea, or this decision. If I say nothing and I read hundreds of people being like, yeah, you know, neutral skips are so silly now.
You know, I've been fighting in Twitter is like it's actually acid. Like, it's part of the reason why I'm not, like, I mean, in general, Twitter can be considered acid too, right, chat? Yeah, I think Twitter's like acid. But fighting game Twitter is like, oh, why do people have the ability to type on this platform sometimes? Just sometimes. And yes, anytime you talk about neutral, it is absolutely that. It's crazy to me that something went from being so beautiful, like I just showed you with Justin Wong versus Daigo here in Third Strike, to being glorified and maimed into this hold out your pinky while you drink your tea, your fine English tea type of carry. My neutral is better than yours, so I'm a better fighting game player. Hey, bitch, no, you're not. You don't have to play neutral to be good at a fighting game.
Games for the last 7 days, and I can tell you it's never been worse than it is now. How will anybody else even know like what's reality or not? Like, great example. Infilament made the netcode article, right? Before the netcode article existed, nobody knew what rollback was at all.
Nope.
It was very hard to like discuss with people how rollback worked. These days, that resource exists. Everybody just knows how rollback works. You can just go read about it, and it's very easy to understand how it works. So when people say silly, stupid things about rollback, you can just reference cited information presented by people who've worked on rollback, explaining how it is, and then you can just be like, no, that's not how it works. Here's an example. If you don't have something like that, right? If there's not an example that's like, this is how this concept actually works. If I don't boot up and say, hey guys, you know, neutral skips are pretty normal, right? Like all fighting games have them. Somebody out there will say neutral skips are new and really bad in modern games.
True.
And were not a problem before in the same way. And someone else will be like, I don't know any better, so I'm going to assume this person is correct. All right, I haven't played fighting games a long time. That must be true. So that's why you got to boot up and fight the good fight and be like, well, actually, go right past that neutral. Don't stand there like a dog and die in the middle of the screen. Skip the neutral.
If you don't understand the fighting game or the game, press forward. What the hell are you sitting there holding back for, waiting on the opponent? Don't do that. Skip the neutral. Fuck it. I love skipping neutral. In Smash, I don't even play neutral anymore. I try to beat that ass. Back in the day in Smash, I loved playing neutral. But now I don't like playing neutral at all in Smash Brothers. I'm like, get in there, let's throw hands, one of us dies. That's what's happening. You gonna either beat me up or I'm beating your ass. It's easy clap, chat.
For the YouTube upload is a neutral skip.
That's true. He's got his little Santa hat. And
Chat, that's Sajam. Check out Sajam. He's an absolutely amazing fighting game creator. Like I said, he does commentary for all the fighting game stuff that you could ever think of. Every single fighting game he plays on his stream. He streams heavily. I think he might even be live on Twitch right now. He's a Twitch streamer. Absolutely amazing fighting game player, guys. I would say check out Sajam. I used to watch his streams all the time. I don't anymore. Nah, he's not live right now, but he was live today. Talking about fighting games. Hey, that's my boy Kev. That's my boy Kevo. My boy Kev Billions. I just wanted to show my boy Kev. That is my boy Kev right there. That's my boy Kev. He's playing Maple Story. My boy Kev is playing Maple. Hey, yo, Kev. Don't get me started. I've been thinking about playing this game, chat. The finals. This game seems pretty interesting. I think this game is going to be pretty big, chat. And it's made by Nexon. Nexon be doing the damn thing. Let's say hey to my boy Kev real quick. And then after that, we're going to get some food. We're going to play some... Slay the Spy, Slay the Spy, Slay the Spy. God damn, my brain broke.
I mean, that happens on GTA sometimes, high key. So that's like a PS3 era game, right? You get stuck sometimes on shit, and then like I had to like reset the mission. That was so annoying. That hasn't happened to me in a while though. But like, you're not supposed to move debris in that game, and I didn't have the up and atomizer at the time. Hey Jonathan, just playing some Maple Story. Have you been playing at all? I know we mentioned it a couple times. But this event's so good. 0 to 100. You get like a level 100 character in like 15 minutes. Less than that. Welcome back, Rez. Do you need MPE? I mean, I'm down to try it if you want to show me the ropes. I'm almost done with this. I'm playing a long time, dude. It's a good time. It's a good time. But only if you have the mindset, grind set. Kill right mobs, find boss and kill it. Are you gonna be patient with me if you take me? Let me just finish this real quick. I'm almost done. And then I just gotta kill Zakun real quick. Actually, I don't think I'll kill Zakun. Fuck it. Because I don't want to do my job advances and stuff right now. Can I join Barra? No, this is not Barra. This is Reboot. I'm almost 6.5k Legion. Back in 45? Okay. Yeah, I'm 6.2, and then I gotta Terra Burn somebody. I'm very close to 6.5k Legion. TC2? Okay. I don't need my characters. I mean, dude, reboot is too good. Like, reboot is most. Here, let's see. Bera, you see this? Ah, excuse me. Hold on, let's see if I can show it like this. This is Bera's play base right now. This is reboot Pronos. And there's a reason. I'll find one more. Okay. It's good. It's free to play. Well, I spent money, but it's free to play. The grind progression just feels really good. A lot about it is just really good. Yeah. Okay, CC2. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I guess we'll figure it out. My
Just
NX
trying to
though?
convince me to
Dude,
play, guys.
There's always better NX. I get you. I feel you on that, but there's always better NX cosmetics. Literally, if it's old NX cosmetics, I'm sorry to say this, because I have a bunch too, right? They don't look good anymore compared to the new NX. They just don't. They just don't. The new NX is a lot better looking. It's true, because I have a bunch too. Couldn't Monster Park? Okay. I need link skills and stuff, right? I'm weak. I'm weak. Do your party? Okay. Channel 2. Oh my god, I can't do both. Except.
Alright, chat. Let me
Channel 2.
Big
Oh, I'm on
Kahona.
Channel 2. I'm already on Channel 2. Okay.
Let me get food. Let's play Slay the Spire. Watch Kev for a second.
Oh, I can't quick move here. I need to go to Hennessy. Oh, enjoy your food. Enjoy your food, Jonathan. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Monster Park. Dang, you already went in. Crazy. What am I doing? Oh, the monster's at the top? Not this. How do you find them? Find the right mom and kill it? Okay. Oh, I found the dragon. Wait, somebody else is killing it already. Here's a dragon. Or a viper. Oh, that's done. Let's see. Also, I'm at 0%. I leveled up before this.
The love that goes into a Subaru comes out when Subaru and our retailers share the love. 116,000 animals supported, 3,300 wishes granted, 4.3 million meals provided, and over 400 national parks protected. Be a part of something bigger. Get a new Subaru during the Share the Love event, and Subaru and our retailers will donate $300 to charity.
Get 2.9%